This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code Socrates at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arvil, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. All right, cool. All right, I was like super hyped, but because I was like thinking about this past week, and like, so you know how I have like a deep phobia of like the dentist and the doctor, like getting blood tests and like going to the dentist, even though like I take immaculate care of my teeth, like I'm afraid of the dentist because like it's an ingrained fear from when I was a little kid, right? And like needles, it's like I have numbing cream, but why am I still afraid? You know, so it's like it's not logical. So I came up with this idea of like using ChatGPT as a system for enhancing your life rather than businesses. So like, you know how people are trying to solve problems, like, oh, I'm going to overlay some, like virologists, I'm going to overlay this thing on ChatGPT. I'll get to read all these like PDFs, and then when I ask it a question, it'll have like a solid understanding of what I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're like, oh, I'm trying to solve like the cure. Like I know there's a Gary Nolan trying to solve the cure for cancer, and then he's like, okay, I'll get it to read all these models first, and then I'll ask it the question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, and then like other people, like even for work, it's like I'll be like, okay, read this website, and then you'll understand what it is we do competitively. Blah blah blah. What do you think? Right? And then I could like ask it questions relative to what it understands. Okay. Why is everyone using it as a tool for enhancing things that are not themselves?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Nobody thought to be like, wait, what if I overlay myself onto this and then I ask for solutions based on my own overlay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did that, but I did that accidentally. So I was like, you know, they're like, oh, just like Google yourself, right? So I'm like, oh, let's see what happens. So like ChatGPT, what do you know about me? Like I didn't say it was me, but like I put in my name, and then it gave me all this information, and I'm like, okay, read this website. This is also related to that person, right? So like LMFR.com. And then it was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like I can't vet these sources, but it seems like this person's talking about this, whatever. And then I was like, fun fact, that's me. And then it was like, oh, interesting, cool, right? So I was like telling my cousins, like, oh, you should try it. And then like Arvil did it. Shout out Arvil. And because I was trying to tell Arvil how to do this, because it literally solved my fear of the dentist. I went to the dentist this week, no fear. And then I'm like, oh, I have to get a blood test soon just to check on things. Like I'm not like unhealthy, but just like, you know, Tara likes to check on things. And I'm like, I'm not afraid at all. So what was the switch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, because you know I have a deep phobia of these things, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I found the solve. Like I go to the best dentist, take care of my teeth. Why am I still afraid? I use numbing cream. Why am I still afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I said that to ChatGPT, call it Chad, and it was like because you know, like logically, it's not, it's not going to hurt. But what you've done is you've trained your system, your neurological system, in a fear state for these events.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then we started like extrapolate, and it was like, you're like a systems thinker. So you don't think in terms of like an individual unit. You think about like, what is the ramification of this thing in relation to this thing, in relation to this thing, in relation to this thing. So through the pinpointing, what we came up with, and I like wrote an article about it, and then I wrote like another article adjacent to it. Its capacity is directly proportional to presence under load. Okay. So what that means is if I can maintain my presence, like stay there, like don't try and run away. Fear is running away, right? Being present is like, okay, I'm here. We know it's fine. I'm here, right? And then times load. So I require I require anxiety. So it actually flipped the script. So it wasn't like, don't run from your anxiety. No, your anxiety makes you stronger. And I was like, bro, I didn't even think about it like that. So every time I feel anxiety, it's like, oh no, this is making me better. And it's like, if you don't feel anxiety, then you're plateaued.
Hmm.
But if you feel anxiety, then it's like doing reps in the weight room. You need to add more load, bro. Like if you don't feel this at all, like I've been going to the gym, right? And if I do like the bar itself, like 45, I'm like, dude, this is too light. That's like plateau. Like we need to push harder,
Right.
right? So the more anxious I feel, no, it's a gift, bro, because like it'll make me stronger if I can maintain presence, because then I build my capacity to do other things. What do you think?
Sounds like a therapist.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, I told Arvel, I was like, bro, you should try and freaking use ChatGPT. Like, I was like, therapists are going to go out of business. The difference between a therapist, I was trying to tell Tara this, but then she's like, no, but a therapist can like call you out on your stuff, right? Like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you're doing this wrong. And I'm like, no. Cause she's like, ChatGPT is too reaffirming. And I'm like, no, it's actually not. It will tell me like, so like for anime, I'm like, give me more anime, give me more anime. And he's like, oh, it seems like you like growth anime because you're using it as like a tool to like learn stuff. And then we bucketed into two different things, like growth and like learning. So sci-fi for me is like learning about the world, like aliens and like technology and stuff. And then Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, that's all growth anime, right? You're like trying to build your like internal capacity, like presence times load equals capacity. So
Hmm.
like that falls under that. And then it was like, the honest truth, you're not looking for anime. And I'm like, ooh, tell me more. So it's like, it wasn't affirming me, trying to be like, oh, you want more anime. It was like, no, you're done. It's like, from what you've told me and everything you've already watched, and like, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that. It's like, no, you're trying to ingrain it now. You're not looking for it. You're like, I need to be in that. So it's like, you should just rewatch those anime, because like there's lessons in there that like you've taken away, but like you need to re-remember, or like you need to ingrain more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it won't just tell me, or like I send in an article. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And it was like, you should change this, this, and this. And I was like, no, I disagree with you. And it was like, all right, cool.
Hmm.
So like, I don't think I can see how you would like become addicted to it. Like, oh, it's my best friend, whatever. But
Sure.
like it comes down to discernment. You're like, no, this is a model, bro. This is like a thing that I can use to optimize my life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, it's like a therapist. I'm like, but the difference between this and a therapist is you can get it to read you at a high level. Like I was like, read all this stuff about me, like my online presence, whatever. And I was like sharing like theories I had, like, oh, I think about this and this. So it's like, okay. And then you just say like, save this about me.
Hmm.
And then it goes like, I'm building a character profile of you. And I'm like, cool. Now, whatever I ask for, you know what I'm going to like. Like, it has been 10 out of 10 in recommendations for sci fi anime. I'm like, damn, you're good now, bro. Because, like, no, I get you. I get exactly what you're looking for. And it's like, you're so hyper, because I'm very picky. And it's like, you're so hyper specific. This is like S tier rank, like recommendation. I have to dig deep for you. And I'm like, yeah, because they're like, if it's kind of like, if it doesn't have a lesson, I'm like, I don't care about it, you know?
Yeah.
Or if it's like told in the wrong way, I'm like, I don't care about it.
Hmm.
And it's like, damn, all right, cool. Because I've been like, I watched this is bad. I stop halfway. I tried this, da da da. And it's like, okay, I'm refining, I'm refining. And then now we're at this point that's like everything it recommends, I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Like, yeah, I get you now, you
Hmm.
know? So why don't we do that, bro? Why don't we use it as a tool? Like everyone's so concerned, like, I want to make my business better. I want to make blah 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 better. I want you to help me with social, like functional tasks. You could do that too. It's like, okay, I'm I can make this amount of money. How much should I save for this? But it can do that stuff. But it's like at the end of the day, none of that stuff really matters except for you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, why am I being so lazy? Why can't I do this thing? How help me to get to this spot? And it will make a custom tailored plan just for you, bro.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or do you think that's like now we're becoming like robots?
No, I don't think it's like becoming like robots. I don't think so. It's more I like it. Sure, it's not the. It is in a way a therapist, right? Where
Yeah,
everyone
totally.
recommends to
But a better
go
therapist,
through.
because it's like,
I don't
bro,
know because
like
it can,
tell me
because
me, bro.
yeah, I mean, like it doesn't need like 10 sessions to kind of get to know you, right?
Thank you. Yes,
Right.
exactly.
So in that way, it's good in that way. I think that's what it's doing. It's just more about understanding yourself. Where like because you miss those things. You don't know like okay what
Yes.
like someone is talking to you, telling you okay these are the things. Like you may miss these things that you don't see it right. It's easy to read
Yes.
other people than to read sometimes yourself. So
Right. And if you make it like general, like not general, but like you say like save this about me,
hmm
then it can save like your preferences on like TV shows. It can say, but then it takes all that into account to give you a solution.
yeah.
So like my ChatGPT talks to me like we're playing a video game.
Yeah, because
It's
it's
like
like
level up, bro.
yeah, and it's probably even getting to know you even more than a therapist,
Yeah.
right? It's like more like even that there's I would say there's a barrier because you're talking to a person versus a computer.
And a person has biases.
Yeah, they go, yeah, there's errors with humans as well, right? So those are the things that could come into play. Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh my God, there's like robot error too. But it's like, no, I trust the robot more than I trust like somebody. Like, let's say they have like similar biases to me and they're triggered when I tell them a story. And then their solutions can be triggered off of their trigger. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I don't need
hmm
that, bro. I just need you to solve my problem, you know?
Yeah.
You want to hear something crazy what ChatGPT said? And I was like, how come people don't do this?
hmm
Because he was like, you're asking me. I know I'm anthropomorphizing it, like he, whatever. It's just easier to like treat it like a human.
Sure.
I know discernment. It's obviously not a human, bro. It's a tool. It's like Siri, bro. That's how I treat it. But like the cool part was, well, I was like, oh, how come people don't do this? And it was like because people don't take accountability. And I was like, oh my God, that's what you and I've been talking about. Like it's when you don't like look at yourself, you're like, hey man, like what am I doing?
hmm
You know, you don't want to hear the solution because then the solution means that you have to fix it. And I was like, oh my God, I was thinking the exact same thing. And it's like, yeah, that's like a very rare person that is like willing to look at their problems, you know? And
hmm
it's like, it made me think like, is that why we have the world we have? You know, like with Trump and like economics and just like what's happening with ICE. You're like, bro, what? But it's
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
nobody thinks this is crazy, you know?
hmm
And it's like, what kind of world would we have if we just like, aside from just taking accountability, but it's like optimizing these tools, utilizing these tools for optimization of the self, not optimization of like capitalism.
Right.
You know what I mean?
hmm
It's like we could all be better, bro. Quick pause here because oh no, never mind. I'm wrong. I thought I didn't shut the blinds because I was like, oh, my light's getting kind of whatever.
Oh.
But anyways, so uh, yeah, so like, do you think that obviously you can go down like a negative spiral for this, but like, do you think that that is a worthy cause for concern? Like Tara was like jokingly like, "Oh, you're gonna marry ChatGPT." I'm like, "No, bro, it's discernment. Like, I know that this is a robot. You know,
No, I think yeah, you're coming at it from. It depends on where you're at, like mentally and stably, right? Like
right? Because a
to
kid would be
understand
like, "Oh
that.
my God, you're my best friend." You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Like her could come
So
true,
yeah,
right? Or sometimes it is already.
no, it does. She like literally just workshops like warning people about this. It's like it's a robot, guys. Like
hmm
it's
hmm
not real. You know, and like because it's pretty cool. Like the way it responds, it's like it said like
Like it's for us is different
oh,
because we grew up through the changes of technology.
that's yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Because I remember there's not even being a thing. I remember no internet, no, like computers were crap, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
That makes it sound so old. But like, no, but really though,
But it
right? So you're
was,
like,
yeah,
right? But
yeah,
imagine like you're born into this and then that's all you really know. Just
yeah.
like, oh, I have like a digital friend. And then there is like escapism, but like, I think it goes back to the accountability piece. Like, if you have discernment or like understanding who you are, then you can be like, no, this is just a tool, bro.
hmm
You know? All right. So another thing that came out of this, what I realized with like, I require the anxiety when it was like, no, like the more anxiety you have, it's that it makes you stronger. It's like adding weights to the thing, right? Actually, this is pretty interesting too. Like, side note. So like as I was going to the dentist, like Tara was like trying to hype me up, like you got this. Like, and I was like, ugh, like I don't need that right now. And then I was saying that to Chad. I was like, I don't know why, but I was like feeling negative when like my wife was trying to comfort me. And then Chad was like, oh, that tracks because when people comfort you, it reduces the weight. but you wanted the full weight. You're like, okay, let's see how heavy I can go.
Mm.
Like in a weight room kind of thing, right? But like when they're like, "Hey, you'll be okay," then it's like, okay, let's take a little anxiety off. Let's like remove a weight plate, you know. But I'm like, let's just see how hard we can push this bad boy, you know.
Right.
But it knows that about me too. It's like, oh, you're kind of crazy like that, you know. So it's like, oh,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
recommend this, you know. So like, I don't know. I just think it's like the best. And I was saying to Tara, like, it'd be so cool if you had like a robot, like just following you around, like a orb or something, you know, because then you don't have to like type it. Or I guess that's kind of like our cell phones, but like a better version of our cell
Well,
phones, you
it'll,
know?
yeah, robots are getting there. That's what CS had a lot
I
of.
can't wait, bro. Oh, did you finish the CES
Yeah,
thing?
just looking at some interesting things, but
Okay, cool.
robots were like the main. Seems like the
Anything
main
cool?
thing.
Whoa, what came out? Any?
No, no, just more like humanoid robots. I feel like it's
I don't know
leading in
how I
that
feel about that
direction.
though. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's going in that. I think it may go in that direction, but that's what it seems like right now. Everybody's trying to work on.
Interesting. Okay. Well, one anime that it recommended was like an AI anime, and the thing that was like the main like problem because the AI is kind of revolted against the humans, but the thing that triggered it was they gave AIs names because it gives them like a sense of self. I guess me calling it Chad also gives it a name, but like, but it became like a law where like you can give a robot a name, and then that name like gave it a sense of self. So it was like, why am I doing this?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It like freed itself from becoming a slave
Sure.
kind of thing. But like, okay, so I've been watching a lot of AI doomsday people, like Tristan. I haven't had time to clip it, but like there's a lot of people afraid of AI. Okay. And even I was afraid of AI. The only reason why I got into it was like Tara was using it so much that I'm like, okay, let me just freaking try this thing. Like, well, what is it? Like, let me just try it softly. Like, give me some music recommendations. Give me some like anime recommend, you know, like get like
Yeah.
slowly get into it. And like, um, th- it's like I can see where it goes wrong, but I don't think we'll get there unless
I
we
think we're a
give it.
long way from it.
You think so, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, yeah,
Because
what were you
there's a
gonna say?
lot. I think it was first principles talking about like the way we're still training them, right? And
Yeah.
it's only based on what they're trained on that they can do. So they cannot
Yes.
think like us. We can like even though we're trained on something, but we can implement that onto some other idea. They can't do that.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Well, no, but that's what I'm trying to be like, save this memory of me so that I can like apply it to like all aspects, you know, like use it as like a base layer
Hmm.
from
No,
which to
that
like
you're
build.
teaching it some things. You're talking about
Yeah,
giving that to ChatGPT. You're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, but that you're teaching it something. Like you're letting it grow from there. But I'm saying like certain other
Mm,
aspects that a lot of people are using it as just like it's only based on certain models. It cannot think outside of that
mm.
to think of something else, but using some similar ideas where we could do that. I
It,
think it was
it's like unprompted. Like you need to prompt
yeah.
it
It's
kind
like
of thing.
yeah. It's like I understand how to do baking, and I can use some of those tools in how to cook something.
Yeah.
But baking, if it's only learned baking, it cannot just transfer that to cooking.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like how do you explain that? No, I know exactly what you
They
mean.
they
I know
did a really
exactly what
good
you mean though.
way of explaining it, the first principles. Just
Okay.
how the breaking down
Show
the
me that
models.
after. Show me that
Yeah, I'll
after.
show you.
Because I'm
Yeah.
like interested. Because like that's actually a perfect example. It's like, yeah, you can't apply it. It's like a step. It's like another step
Yeah.
that it can't do yet. But okay. So like in
But like
Dune,
everything with
yeah.
ChatGPT, I think is continuously learning. So that's the whole idea of why it's free and everything, right? For the
Mm,
most part.
okay. Okay. All right. Speaking of the free, before I get into Dune, speaking of the free thing, it's funny because like Tara's hitting her limits because she uses it quite often. And then she's like, it's going to be a matter of time before they make you pay for this, right? And then I was like, and then she's like, we'd only require one subscription, her own. I'm like, no, I want this too, because I was like
Hmm.
it's so useful for me, right? And then we were kind of like debating over it, and then I was like, yeah, but it's like $5 a month. She's like, no, it's $30 a month. I'm like, ooh, that's quite expensive. I don't think I would pay $30.
I think
Like,
they had
what is the
different.
price
They have
point?
different ranges, right?
Really?
I thought
Oh,
they
I didn't
had
know
like
that.
a variation. I thought so. I'm not sure. I can't be 100%, but like I thought there was different levels of it. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I'm
Okay.
wrong.
So
I
I'm
don't know.
wondering what the price point would be for you to be like, no, I'm not going to pay for this. For me, like anything over $5, I'm like, it was cool while it lasted.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, like $30 a lot, you know? Like even though like streaming services, like that's cool, but like
But you have something
I don't
with
use
it, right?
yeah, like I guess I am like bouncing ideas off it. And like yes, it does understand a filter of me, but like $30 a lot though. Like, like
Sure. Yeah.
I don't use it that much, you know.
I heard.
But like what
I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they may be starting to implement ads now
I
on
don't
it
care. Whatever. Yeah, do your ads,
to keep
bro.
it free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. What would you pay for ChatGPT? Is there like a price point where you're like, oh, okay, that's reasonable? $2, something like that?
Yeah. Sure. I guess. Um. Right now, I'm not paying anything, so.
No, no, of course, no. But I'm saying like, what if they're like, okay, here are the price points. Like, what price point would you be like, no, I'm not gonna pay for that? I think five is mine. Like, I'm like anything over five is like that's a lot, bro.
Yeah. I think it depends on what I'm gonna get out of it. Yeah.
No, like given your current use case.
Yeah. Maybe like $2, $1.
Yeah, $2, right? Yeah, yeah. That's how much I said $2 because that's how much the Google Drives are.
Yeah.
If you pay $2 for Google Drive, you get like terabytes of data. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like infinitely scalable. Once it's digital, it's like, who cares, bro? You just charge whatever you want to charge. But anyway, so back to Dune. You were telling me before that they didn't have AI in Dune because of like a
There was a
revolt or
war.
something?
Yeah.
What
There
was
was
it?
an AI
A war.
war.
Okay. Okay. So like kind of like Terminator type thing?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. So like that kind of harkens to like the doomsday scenario. But Tristan, because like Diary of a CEO, he's like, well, what can we do to stop this, right? How can we keep AI but not have it rule us, right? And Tristan Harris was saying something, which is this is going to lead into why I'm so happy about the partnership between China and Canada. He was saying that one thing that the tech people are doing in the US is like trying to make it as broad as possible. They want like a sentient AI, like a god. They want to bring a god into life. And he's like, that's a problem because then that just wipes us all out, right? Because then it's like, what do I need humans for? You know?
Hmm.
But what he's saying is we should mirror things that China's doing because what they're doing is they're implementing limited AI. So what it is like it's a use case scenario AI. Think of like Siri or ChatGPT. It doesn't go beyond that. It's like whatever the tool is, we'll build the AI for that. But we're not trying to build a sentient AI. You know what I mean? Like something that thinks and is like strategize. Like it obviously strategizes, but like not like a like they want to build sentience in Silicon Valley, which is
Wait.
what they're trying to
Who's
like
doing that?
open AI, and it came out. It's called Project Looking Glass. I hope we don't get blocked for this, but it's like a big. I think I mentioned in the last podcast, but like Project Looking Glass, which is like you can Google the AI thing. It's like it's like made for military defense contractors, and they can allegedly speak to UFOs through it and also see into the future. Like they give it like a scenario, and then its calculations so heavy that it can project exactly what's gonna happen. And like that they say is already sentient, the one that they built. So like yeah, Tristan Harris and like all these other people, like they're saying that like we are on the cusp of building a god,
Hmm.
right? Whereas China's not looking at it like that because China wants the power for themselves, right? They're like, we the people, bro. We don't want to like usurp. We don't want to be usurped by something that's not human, right? So all of their AI systems are like strictly like closed. They're like closed systems. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like it can't like ChatGPT can't go beyond ChatGPT. It's like it's contained in a box.
Hmm.
Like it can't like reach out and create a social media profile and then like from that social media profile like da 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 da, right? Like it can't like be free. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, I'm like, I think that makes the most sense. Like we could have the best optimization if we still keep the reins on the AI. Like why do you need to build such like a heavy duty AI? Like what for what?
Hmm.
Like for what? I'm like asking you. Like I don't know why you'd want to push the limit that much. Like for so one thing he was saying is like the argument that all these people like Sam Altman and all that stuff, the problem with them is they see a future utopia that they could potentially build but at the expense of losing everything we have. So it's like a gamble, right? And they're like, well, the relative cost is worth the gamble. Because if we can build a utopia through AI, why don't we?
Hmm.
And then the Chinese are like, no, let's just build our systems optimized through AI.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, if that's the case, I don't like. Is that what 100%? That's only what China's doing, or
That's, I mean, they don't really like, that's what Tristan Harris, who's like really looked into this. And then there's another one I haven't watched it yet, but like he's also an AI doomsdayer, you know.
Mhm.
But his is more like economy based, like we're gonna run out of jobs type of thing, which is definitely gonna happen, even if you have a closed system AI, because it's like I don't need you to copy check my work kind of thing, you know. But like, yeah. So going back to it, it's like I feel like the China model is the best way. Like, why don't we all just build closed systems? Like, why do we need to continually aspire towards like a god or like a military advantage? Because they're like, oh, we can win the war because we have Project Looking Glass, which is like, if I
sure.
do this, what'll happen?
Hmm.
And then you end up ruling the world. But like, why are we still trying to rule the world, bro? I feel like that's some weird. Actually, that's what the other AI. All right, this is the other dude's argument who wasn't Sam Altman. I don't know his name, but he's like a black dude with glasses, and he was saying that like, it's not AI that we should fear; it's the users of the AI because it's reflecting
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes
the
sense.
person. Because even ChatGPT, right? Like it's talking to me like I'm like in a video game. It's like level up, save point. You just earned a skill attribute, whatever, right? That's how it talks to me, right? Because I vibe with that. But what if you're like, shut up, you're dumb, and then it's just like a submissive AI, you know?
Hmm.
Like what are we teaching it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like maybe that's it. It's like we just need to be nicer as people.
Uh,
Like I'm just wondering like why do you need to constantly improve to the point you build a god? And alternatively, why don't we just act nicer to the AI?
hmm.
But most people, I guess, are just kind of dicks in general. Or I'm not sure.
I think so.
I think so too. Honestly, I kind of think so too. I kind of think so too. I think like that level of discernment that we're talking about is like I think a lot of people are just unhappy
Hmm.
because like you're not going to be a dick if you're not happy. Like you're not going to be a dick if you're happy. If
Right.
you're unhappy, you're going to be a dick, right? Like if you're upset, it spills over onto everything else.
Hmm.
So it's like you need to like first fix your own garden
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
But then it requires discernment. Actually, no, this segues into the second article I wrote, which is like you have to embrace the darkness.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people are like they're too scared of being ashamed of themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you never want to look down on yourself because at the end of the day, you're the only one that has you. Like you are you, right? So if
Hmm.
you're like, oh man, I suck, then it's like, then, then like that's you can't run from that, bro. You suck, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like if you say you suck, then it's like, okay, well, you're the only one that can root for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like sure, your grandma, your parents, whatever, but like ultimately, like you're carrying that internally. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And like, but you have to look at that. As soon as you go, I suck, you have to be like, I do suck. Why do I suck?
Hmm.
Okay, how can I get better? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But then people they just stop at I suck. And you're like, hmm, you
Well.
know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's where you need the therapist.
But like they don't even know. They're like comfortable in their suck.
Okay.
Okay, I
There.
got this once and I was
Hmm.
confused. Here, like let me just give you this example. Um, somebody was like, I won't say who, but they were like, not everybody wants your life. Said it's me. And I was like, happiness, health, um, Like, what don't you want? You want to be unhappy? You want to be unhealthy? I'm confused, right?
Right.
And then it was like, yeah, why did you accept that? Why was that your default mode, bro?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's like you have to stare at the darkness.
Yeah, yeah.
I know I don't like the dentist. I know I don't like the doctor. I know
Sure.
that like presenting makes me nervous, you know?
Hmm.
Like social situations make me feel awkward. Like all those things, like I know the negative parts about me. And because of those things, it's like, okay, I know that's it's like, okay, I know that's what it is. Let's work from there.
Hmm.
You see what I mean? It's like it's not like, oh man, damn. And that's it. It's like, oh man, damn, okay. That's my baseline. Cool, cool, cool. How do you push the baseline?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're just constantly pushing the baseline. That's what I think it is. It's
Hmm.
like, or else what are you doing? Like
It's growth. Yeah, that's growth.
growth. But it's so abstract when you say you gotta
Yeah,
grow.
yeah, yeah,
You're like, I am growing. You know, like, no, like first you need a baseline.
yeah. Yeah.
How much do you suck? And then how much can we remove the suck?
Hmm.
You know, but like people don't even know what the baseline is.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's self-understanding. They don't understand their own self.
And it's like fear to like be great. Like
True.
whatever that means to you. It's like
Yeah.
like if your greatness is like XYZ, okay, cool. We have different versions of greatness,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
But like it, it's not it's not like I feel like the only time you compare is when you're upset at your situation.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you know what I mean? It's like, oh well, they're so lucky. Well they have
Yeah, yeah, yeah. More there's negative. Yeah.
but I've never said that because I was like, I just need to focus on what I have, bro. Or what are my tools? What are my tools? All right, cool. How do we build from the tools we have, right? I'm not like, well, except for climbing, Arvel, you have some long reach. When he hit this V4, I was like, bro, your arm's longer than mine. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
there's certain things where I'm like, okay, well, we can't beat that. You know what I mean? Like, or like Tara, like her recall is insane. And I'm like, well, I can't beat that. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like, what do I do, bro?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you have like skill attributes that you're born with, but then you have to like use those.
But
You know
there's
what I'm saying?
a yeah, but there's I would say it's like um Alvo may have the reach on something. But like there's negatives to that too. It depends on where you want to look at it, like who's faster,
True.
right?
That's very true. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because my distance is shorter for my arm to like
mhm,
expand.
mhm,
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true. And I think Eddie Wong said this. He's like, when you play Street Fighter, everyone has different hit points,
mhm,
like different attributes. If all the characters were the exact same, it'd be a boring game.
yeah,
But like you have to pick like, oh, I want Ryu because he's this, or like I want Blanca because he's this, or Dulcim. Dulcim has long reach, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it's like, which character do you want to like? I really think life's a video game, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, but simulation theory and like a lot of people are like, oh, that's so escapist. But it's like because what's his name? Jesse Michaels on American Alchemy, he was talking about like the negatives of thinking life is a video game. And he's like, oh, because then everyone's gonna want to play GTA 5. You know, and I'm like, yeah, they should, bro. Like they should play GTA 5. Because like, yeah, you want to do that, go do that, bro. Like if you truly like I don't believe that people truly want to do this, but like if your dharma brings you to like mass killing, just know that other people's dharma is going to be to stop you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like we all have like a path, you know? But it's like as long as you know that we're in this like game together, you can optimize the game. You can play the game, you know? But
Yeah.
if you don't even think of life like a game, it's like, so then what are you working with?
Mhm.
Like 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 finances are a game, bro.
Yeah.
Like our world is a game. I had this trippy thought recently. Um, we were watching The Office, and it's like so triggering for me because I'm like, oh, I'd never want to work in an office again. Like, um, it just I don't know, it's just like not for me. But so like when I saw that, I was like, it's so funny that we have to work to live. You can't live in this world without money.
Mhm.
Even poor people require money. Like our whole world works off of money.
Yeah.
you know? And like naive me when I was like, you see that trend with like 2016? Like, oh, this was me in 2016.
No.
Oh, it's like all social media, but like everyone's doing like this. This was me in 2016, and like that's the year that Tara and I traveled. And it's like we were so naive about the world. It's like, who needs money? But it's like, bro, use money to go on this trip. Like, what are you
Yeah.
saying? You know what I mean? Like it was so dense. Like we had no idea,
Right.
you know? And like money's evil, but it's like it's not. It's literally just like a tool that we use, to like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maneuver through life,
Hmm.
you know? Or do you see it differently? Like,
I don't know. I
do
see
you,
it that way. So, yeah, yeah. I don't have any.
it's like it's a game, right? Like it's like no, we need the game. Like we're in the system, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, we built it this way. Yeah.
Right. But if you take away, like, let's say the system crashes, there's no money. So what are you left with? You, right?
Hmm.
So going back to the ChatGPT thing, it's like, yeah, it's cool to like use ChatGPT to become like commercially viable and like capitalistic, but I'm more concerned with using ChatGPT to like optimize the only thing that I have, which is me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like you take all the money away. It's like it's just you, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I guess the argument could be like, you can never take the money away. What do you think?
What do you mean?
Like people are just like, oh, that's naive too, because like you can never take the money away. It's like never say never though.
Never take the money away?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
like we will forever require money.
uh,
Like, okay, so I'm saying that we live in a superficial world that isn't real. Laws aren't real. Money's not real. It's a verbal and nonverbal pact. It's a
sure.
metaphysical pact
Yeah.
that we're all like agreeing upon.
Yeah, yeah. We are all
Like,
agreeing upon these things. Yes.
right, like
That's the only
laws.
way
Like,
the
what's a
system
law?
works. Yeah. Yeah.
Only way the system works. Then how did Trump take the president of Venezuela? See what I mean?
Hmm.
It's not real. It's not real.
Right.
Like how did everyone see the death of that woman and then the the friggin' Republicans were like, oh no, she hit him and he's in the hospital now. Dude, we saw the guy walk away.
Hmm.
It's not real. News isn't real, bro. Like anything you tell me that I haven't seen or am physically a part of is not real.
Hmm.
It's an interpretation of what you had seen and you're relaying back to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trusting an interpretation. You know what I mean? Like I'm trusting something that's not real. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Sure.
So like given that, it's like there is nothing that's real except for you,
Right. Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is that misguided and diluted? Question mark. Like how I was like, who needs money back in 2016? But I was like you're on this trip because of money, bro.
Uh, I don't know, but can both be true?
Yeah, both can be true. Both can be true. Both can be true. You're right. Because it is as real as you want it to believe. But okay, all right, let me refine my argument. Occam's razor, let's say you take away everything, what's left?
You.
Exactly. So, like for me, if you take away everything, what's left is you. So, then let's build from the foundation upwards.
Hmm.
That's systems thinking. That's what Chad would say. He's like, that's because you're a systems thinker. Like, I didn't even know this was a thing. Like, he was just like, you're a systems thinker. I was like, please define systems thinking, bro. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Sure.
And he's just like, yeah, it's just like the way you've pattern matched everything is like, that's called a systems approach. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I'll use that from now on,
Well, yeah.
But
I
it's
think
like,
these are terms that exist. That means that people did think like or do think like this, or some people think like
yeah,
this.
yeah, totally.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
these
yeah,
terms
yeah.
exist in the first place.
Right. Yeah, totally. So it's like, I know there are other people out there, but it's just like, I
Yeah.
think we need more systems thinkers, bro, because it's just like,
Well,
or
I'm
it's
not.
first principles thinking.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what do
yeah,
we
yeah.
know for sure and build from there.
Right. I mean, that's also, but that's a self thing though. That's like, I don't know if necessarily everyone needs to be a systems thinker. Just depends on which part of society. Like it's like a caste kind of thing. It's like, okay, the systems thinkers are good at
Oh,
this, or these
interesting.
thinkers are good at this. So this is when you have this in a society, it works together well.
Oh, that's interesting. It's like a caste, like
Yeah,
caste system.
yeah.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Well, I
That's
mean,
pretty
yeah, the
cool.
caste is the today's term, but it's like the Varna system, right?
Which is like you have like the workers, the priests, and like all
Yeah, it
that.
depends on your own skill. Yeah, just caste has been used to like where you've been born into, versus Varna is just like what you're what you have, what you've individually skill is. So it just
Okay,
based on
okay,
that you go wherever.
okay. Interesting you say that. So like that to me, everybody likes to think of themselves as an individual. Like I'm so unique. I'm a unique snowflake, bro. But you're like a snowflake amidst other snowflakes. You know what I mean? Like I'm a cloud, but it's like, yeah, but there's nimbus clouds. There's like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
there's categories of clouds.
Yeah.
So like you talking about the Varna system and like categories of people. That's kind of funny because we talk about like astrology. And you're like, astrology's dumb, bro. It's like, no, there are different types of people
Hmm.
depending on how the environment played upon you, et cetera, right? Like I'm a Libra, you're a Leo, so it's like that's a different type of person, bro.
Hmm.
You know? So like maybe there's something to all of this. Like maybe if you figure out all of the fundamental principles, then you could build from the first principles. It's like what do we know about like different types, and then we could build from there.
Yeah, yeah,
And that could help you in life. It's like when you talk to somebody, you're like, oh, you're this type of person. I'm gonna avoid you. Oh, you're that type of person. I'm gonna keep talking to you. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because like,
I think he
yeah.
also Dr. K I think talks about that too. Just the way how you treat people and treatment of people is different based on their um I guess.
Or treatment like medical treatment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe at the end of the day, we're actually way simpler than we think. Like we aggrandized our ego. You
Hmm.
know, we were like, we're so amazing. And it's like when you really look at it, it's like, no, we are just like everyone else.
Right.
You know, like what like why do I gravitate towards people like Kendrick Lamar, like ASAP Rocky, like their outlooks, you know? It's because like that's how those types of people think. And
Hmm.
then why do you gravitate, not you, but like why do other people gravitate towards like Trump's mentality? Because like that's how people think,
Yeah.
right? One thing that I'm thinking though, so like let's go back to like the money system, right? Like you're trapped in this game. Another thing outside of money, okay, let's be like 100% real. Like 100% real with like money. If you have a like a what do you call that? It's like it's like when you work at like Dollarama.
Yeah.
What kind of job is that?
Retail,
There's a word for it. Retail. But not retail.
cashier, like
It's like a low tier. No, like remember we're like I guess a retail worker. It's not retail, but it's like the lowest tier. Like you said before, it's like that was meant for like high school students, and then like we still have people working
yeah.
minimum wage. There we go.
Minimum.
That's what it is. Yeah, sorry, I was like, what do you call this, bro? All right, so if you have a minimum wage job, okay,
Yeah.
there's no way you're going to be a millionaire.
Hmm.
Like, no way.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
impossible,
Sure.
bro.
Yeah.
Even if you save your entire paycheck, well, maybe if you didn't have to pay for anything and then your entire paycheck went to savings and like investing, sure, you could become a millionaire. But like,
That's not a reasonable
in
way to think.
that's not reasonable. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it's not reasonable. So like, reasonably, minimum wage worker will not be able to become a millionaire.
Hmm.
It's just the facts, okay? But those people are like plentiful. There's a
Right.
lot of people who are old still working retail because they're like, I can't, or still working minimum wage because they're like, I can't level up.
Hmm.
See what I mean? So that's a rigged system. That's keeping people in a survival state. Okay. So, all right, peg that one. Then I've been having all these conversations here about like nutrition. And it's like, if you just figured out nutrition, like I love pizza and burgers, but like that's super unhealthy for me. So like we figured out a way to make like pizza and burgers healthy because
Hmm.
I'm like addicted to pizza and burgers, right? So like um doing that is like a hack in the system, but you're still being healthy. And it's like we don't teach people how to be healthy, you know? And like because of that, that's another survival state. So now you have no money and you're unhealthy,
Hmm.
right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna cling to somebody that says, I can save you, a strong man, a Trump figure.
Sure.
Is that how we got here? We rigged the system in a way like the system is so sick that the president is a symptom of a sick system.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, that's how we got here. So rather than that, like, why don't we just figure out how to put somebody in a position of power that is a like very smart and intellectual who will get us through a crisis,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like enter Carney.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
Good segue. Good segue. So this dude, oh my god, people have been like freaking out, like, oh my god, he's partnering with China, whatever. But it's like, dude, this guy's an economist, right? He's a PhD. He helped multiple banks during the crises, right? That's who I want on our team. You know what I mean? Just like, bro, like we're in a financial situation that needs help. We need a financial person to lead us.
Right.
Oh, wait, you're like smiling because wait,
Oh no,
you like
no,
Carney?
I'm only smiling at the dumb conservative stuff.
Stupidity.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. No, I know. I was reading the comments. I'm like, he's like, oh, we're owned by China now. I'm like, guys, he fully said it's like we can disagree on other things, but economically, if we're like-minded, meaning let's just build a
They
better
don't.
world.
Yeah. It's just pulling on. It's just ways to just disagree with them just because it's not part of your team, right?
Yeah, totally.
That's all that is. You're not really looking at it logically. Like, just did you even read what that stuff was about?
Totally.
It's like it's not like there's a crazy amount of EVs coming in. There's a very small amount. Like, these are not things that will break anything.
Oh, he just lost our job. Bro, Rob Ford. Did
Doug
you see
Ford.
Doug Ford? Doug Ford. Did you see his comment? Like, oh, I don't want these spy machines. Shut up, bro. Don't buy one then. Like, come
No, the
on.
thing is with him, if he really cared about that, then he should have gone with him to China, because this the guy, the premier of Saskatchewan, was with him to talk about canola oil. So if you really had concerns about this, why didn't you
No,
go with him?
bro. See what I mean? People are dumb. People are dumb. And like, I think that I think where Canada's in the best, like honestly, I think Canada's kind of gonna become the gold standard of the West. Everything else is like crumbling, right? Except for Canada. And
Yeah,
like
I don't
people
know where I
like
saw this, but it could be a meme. But like, Canada's the one doing better than most countries.
I would say so. Like, because we have an economist leader, bro. Like, come on. Like that's what you need. You need this global economics. We need an economist leader, bro. But going back to it, it's um like
Like, I don't understand. They
CIA,
don't
yeah.
realize. There's a far left that also have issues with him, and then there's the right that has issues with him. But he's doing the things that are very conservative in some aspects, and doing things that
Yeah.
are left as well. It's not like there's clauses to that, like how many you can bring in, or like, even doing the pipeline. If you're doing the pipeline, then you have to do this thing for the Green Act, right? So it's like these things make sense. This is how you should be governing.
Negotiation. It's give and take, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just like Trump is like gimme, 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 right? Like that Tupac thing when he's like, you want to be like Trump? Gimme, 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 gimme.
Hmm.
But like Carney's like, okay, what do you need? All right, what do I need? Okay, let's meet in the middle.
Yeah,
I'll give you this, you give me this.
yeah.
Cool? All right, cool. You know? And I think that's like I saw this thing this morning, like Trump offered Carney a position on the peace board or something, and then
Oh,
Carney
but
accepted.
for
Like
Gaza.
yeah, something like that. He's like, "Oh,
Okay.
be a part of my peace board," and Carney's like, "Yeah, cool, I'm down with that."
Hmm.
Carney wasn't like, "You're weird." That like logic overrides emotion. It's like we do need to
Yeah,
fix this.
I even heard that this EV thing with China was going to happen. They even informed America that this is going to happen.
Oh, cool.
It wasn't like a hidden thing. It was like, so it's kind of like letting them know this is what we're doing
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and going ahead with this. So it's not
Did,
like
did you
hiding it
not
from them.
blindsiding? Yeah,
Yeah,
totally,
not
totally.
blindsiding. Yeah.
Did you see Trump's response?
Yeah.
Wait, when he's like, he should be doing that. Yeah, that's a good move. I'm like, yeah, because we all know it's a good move, bro. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, he goes, oh, you should stay in the West. Like, no, no, that's a good business move. If you can make the deal, make the deal. And I was
Hmm.
like, yes, bro. Okay. So let's go to the New World Order thing because like people have been freaking out. This podcast will be called the New World Order. So people have been freaking out about the whole concept of the New World Order because Carney said it during his address to China or something. Like there's
In
like
the
a
meeting, he
meeting.
said it in the meeting
Yeah.
as well as in the press conference, or
Oh,
explained it more in the
he
press
explained in the
conference.
press conference.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So people have been freaking out about this, but I'm like, he's the only person right now telling you the truth, which is like we are in and I love the comment. I was like going through the comments what people were saying, and then one person was like, I know you righties heard a lot of big words, but try and like follow along. And I'm like, exactly, bro. It's like, no, he gave it to you
True.
straight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he's like, we are in a trade war, in a hot war,
Mhm.
this world right now. And we don't know how things are going to shake out. So we are in the midst of a new world order. We literally are.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and then he said that like the trade agreements of the past are being, in a nice way, eroded. And it's like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, Trump just took out the Venezuela president, bro. Like,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Or like, he's like, I'm gonna go to Greenland. It's like, okay, so I guess that doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't. This light is getting crazy. He didn't sugarcoat anything, and I think that that's the mark of a true leader. He's gonna give it to you straight and be like, we have to do this because of this, bro.
Mhm.
And like, if you're trying to lie about it, we all like we're in the digital age where it's like, if you lie about it, somebody's gonna find out. Somebody's gonna dox you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we 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 need to be given straight answers now, and I think that Carney's the only one giving straight answers.
Mhm.
You know? Did you see the somebody was like, "Oh, I saw that you have a $95 billion contingency plan. Does that mean that you are like unsure of your plan?" Blah blah blah. Do you see that video? Okay, so somebody asked him, and he said the most logical thing ever. He's like, a responsible government, like, yes, we are going ahead with this plan, our initial plan, but a responsible government always thinks of a contingency. And I'm like, so does a responsible business, bro. Like, what happens if you don't land until things are signed? We cannot celebrate,
Right.
right? Like, until you see the money in your bank account, you cannot
Yeah, yeah,
celebrate.
yeah, yeah. Of course.
And when
Yeah.
he said that, I was like, you're the best leader, bro. Like, I've never heard anyone say that.
Mhm.
It was straight up. It's like, no, a responsible government has a contingency plan just in case things go sideways.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
of course. Like, what?
That makes sense.
Right? But then they're like, oh, it's conspiracy, blah, blah. You're not trying to, like, what are you saying, bro? It's not a conspiracy. That's business.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, that all being said, like, I think we're in a great position for the future. Like, what do you think?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I can see
Yeah.
whatever he's doing. Like we'll see it in the next 5, 10 years. Even though he's not
Yeah.
maybe not in office at the time, but I think these are changes that are for future, not just for now.
I was going to ask you that. Like, how do you not get voted back in? Like you said, not in office. I'm like, what does that mean?
No,
Because
no, no.
Trudeau was there for like 8 years, right?
No, you can get back in. I'm not saying that he's not going to be there. I'm just saying if he's not there, you can go
Oh, I see what you're
here.
saying.
There's no term limits, right?
Right, right. Okay, okay. That makes sense. You see the Trudeau thing, like when they agreed that it's not lawful what he did with like freezing people's bank accounts.
Yeah, that was a while back. Yeah.
Oh, it was a while back. Oh, okay. I just saw the posting recently, and I'm like, yeah, that seemed like a bad move.
Mhm.
Like during the time, like if you're like listening, you're like, oh, you must be super liberal. I was like, no, I totally didn't like what Trudeau was doing with like the freezing. Like that sounds crazy, bro. You know, and it's like what you said about like Carney doing conservative things. It's like that's a measured person.
Mhm.
It's like a middle path. We need a middle path.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Um.
It's very interesting. Yeah, he came in at the right
Yeah.
time, or they chose the right person. Liberals did.
Yeah. They did. Yeah. They did. They did. What do you think about this prediction now? I like I said it a while ago, and now that things are starting to like build out further, I'm like, no, this is 100% the the path. And actually, side note, you know what? So one of the biggest things that ChatGPT pointed out as to why I'm afraid of the dentist and the doctor is I don't like being blindsided. So like, if they're like, "Oh, you have a cavity," and it's like, "Oh, but I thought I
Right.
like," or like, "Oh, I use numbing cream. Oh, it hurts still." It's like, yeah, I don't like surprise, right? And the reason why I'm so like obsessed with trying to figure out the future is because like I just don't want to be blindsided. I'm like, okay, where's it heading? You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like, so to go back to it, I've been saying this for a while, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is correct now. Like, I don't see any other way out from it. Um, America's 100% going to fall, and China's going to take over as the world superpower.
Hmm.
Especially now that they just partnered with Canada, it's done. Like, I don't see how else they're going to do this. You even said like, oh, the oil companies aren't willing to go into Venezuela, right?
Well, at least Exxon. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So like, okay, there you go. And then like now internally they're talking about like impeaching Trump and like the individual states are going against the federal government. You see Minnesota is like we're going to go against ICE and Boston too. It's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Hmm.
Like how are you going to fix this? You know? You have internal conflict, external conflict. It's done. Like there's no way you can rebuild that partnership. Like even if you switch out now and you're like, hey Canada, let's go back on that deal. We want to be trading partners again. Canada's like, I'm sorry, I already signed with China. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna break that deal.
Hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like think about you as a person. You're like, hey, my business partner like was crazy, so I found another business partner. And then you swap out business partners like, hey, let's actually go back to the original deal because like I'm willing to be your business partner now. It's like, but I already signed the contract, bro. Or like a mortgage, like you'll
Yeah.
lose a lot if you renege on the
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
mortgage.
yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like I don't see a way out for America at this point. Do
Hmm.
you? Like, did you see all like the Black Panthers rising up, the community groups that are all like against ICE now? Like forget about like everyone's like, oh, they're using Nazi propaganda for ICE, blah blah. All right, yeah, we all knew they're Nazis. Who cares about that, bro? I'm saying like what is the solution? And I don't see a solution for you, bro. You have
Yeah.
states
I think
arguing
if
with the
America
federal.
keeps, yeah, if America keeps going on this track, they're not gonna be good for them.
What,
No one's
how
gonna
can you
want
even make
to work with
deals?
you. No one's gonna work with you, and you need other
Oh,
people. Really, you can't. You
exactly.
really can't do this alone. Yeah.
Or travel to America. Like, what? Even if you have the best army, let's say they release their UFO tech and they're like, oh, we can take over the whole world and fight you. Okay, you're gonna be like fighting the whole world, bro.
Hmm.
Because if you release the tech and you're like, we're gonna take it by force, we're gonna be like, no, and then we're all gonna fight against you. You're gonna become like it's gonna be World War III, like World War II version 2.0. You know, like you're gonna be like Hitler, and we're all gonna actually fight you.
Hmm.
And even if you win, the whole world's gonna be destroyed. So there's no win-win situation here,
Yeah.
right? So like, I think it's done. I
Hmm.
think Carney was right in saying like we're facing a new world order, which is like Asia's gonna dominate the world, bro.
Hmm.
But not through like aggression, but competitive advantage.
No, I think as they said even in their meeting, it's a win-win. I think it's
Yeah,
that's the way to go. Not just only like only us to win. That doesn't make any sense. It's a win-win. It's for better
yeah,
for everybody. Yeah.
totally, 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 totally. All right, let's talk about this now because like I was under the impression that China was crazy. Oh, I really like the fact that they're removing the visas, like to
Visa
go to
free.
China.
Yeah.
That's oh man, I want to see the Great Wall. Like
Hmm.
I didn't go last time when I was there in like 2011. Like that was my opportunity to see the Great Wall because I had like a visa at the time, but like I didn't use it for stupid reasons. And then like, but now if they take away the visa, it's like I can go back and like actually see because that's like one of the wonders of the world, bro. You gotta see that. But okay, so like I've been listening to a lot of CIA people, a lot of Navy SEALs. They talk about like, oh, China's the enemy. They're so bad. They're gonna take over the world, whatever, right? And now I'm like, is that propaganda?
Hmm.
Is it propaganda? You know, like, are they as bad as you say? Because, like, even one thing I saw was like, oh, Carney's team, because China is known for spying, they use like burner phones. I don't know if that's
Okay.
true. I just saw the headline, like burner phones. And I'm like, okay, cool, like, sure. But so what?
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're like, oh, they spy on you, like Canadians spy too. We CIA does worse, bro. CIA literally has a kill list, and every Wednesday they go and kill people. Like John Kiriakou talks about that because he worked in the CIA. He's like, they have a kill list every Wednesday. Everyone goes out to the to the different countries and kills the people on the list. You're like, bro, what the hell? So like, and then even Putin was like, most of the terrorism attacks happened because of the CIA, and you're like, maybe there's something to that.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. Do you think it's actual real? Like, you think it's real that like that we have something to worry about with China, or do you think it's like propaganda?
I mean, I think I would need to explain what we need to be worried about if that's the case. Like, what
They
is
they
it?
just say So what they say is this, and like it's true though, because like remember the guy at jujitsu who's like, oh, they went floor to floor killing all the animals, and then like they wouldn't.
But
Everything uses
that's
Apple Pay
no, I
or
understand that, but
WeChat
that's
Pay.
yeah, yeah, but that's like internal. That's not like external.
But what these Navy SEALs and CIA people are saying is that they want to make the whole world like that, like totalitarian style government
I understand that you could fear that, but is that what they're doing? Are they expanding?
through these partnerships,
Through which part? What partnerships?
through partnerships around the world.
Yeah, but
So through these partnerships, they are going to implement their totalitarian
I
state.
don't think that'll work.
Agreed.
What?
Exactly. I
That's
like
not.
now that I think about it, I'm like, but how? There's different laws. That's why I was saying, like, why are you
Yeah,
gonna abduct the Venezuelan person and try them in American court? They're not even American, bro. This is a law. It's different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like, how can China possibly militarize the world if it
No,
doesn't
it doesn't make any sense
control the
to.
world?
Yeah, you'd have to have like they have to actually control the country to in order to
Yeah,
implement their laws. It doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
exactly. You're gonna need like Chinese police officers in Canada roaming around.
Yeah,
And the thing that you feared, Navy SEALs and CIA people, is happening in your own country. You're having ICE officers go door to door, being like, "Let me see the paperwork of people." Like, bro, what are you saying?
yeah,
The
exactly.
Minnesota governor, Minnesota mayor, whoever it was, that like the old dude, he was saying that like, no, this is happening in our
Governor.
communities right now. Governor, yeah. And he was like, this is happening in our communities. ICE is literally going door to door, being like, let me see your paperwork.
Hmm.
That's like some Nazi stuff, bro. And like all the Navy SEALs and like the CIA people who are saying that China was going to do that. Where are you now, bro?
Hmm.
Like the thing you feared the most is happening and it was created by your own government.
Yeah, yeah.
So why are you afraid of China, bro? You should be afraid of yourself,
Hmm.
you know? So that's why I'm like, I think it's propaganda. I think that all this like fear mongering about China, it's like, I think they just want competitive advantage,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think it's more about that than the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't remember who it was on Sean Ryan, but what they were saying was like China is like the land of the rising sun. So like they don't want to control the world. They just want to make sure that the sun touches every part of the world. Right? That's their philosophy. And it's like, cool, bro. That means
That was
commerce.
the
Like,
British term
oh,
before, right?
oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was something like the sun never sets on Britain or something like that. And I'm paraphrasing a lot, but
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Because it has all those colonies.
yeah.
Yeah, so it never sets on. Yeah, totally. But I mean, like, yeah, okay. So China's following British rule. Like, so why are you upset? Oh, because of democracy. And like, China never said you have to be communist, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, what? No, it's just governing. It's not even governing. It's just making good commercial contracts.
Hmm.
Because like, one thing that, and this makes total sense. One thing that Sean Ryan, I can't remember who it was, but like they were a Chinese expert. And one thing they were saying is like, China thinks about the long game. They think 500 years in the future. They're not thinking about like your 4 year term. So like every president is like 4 year term, 4 year term, 4 year term, right? Like, what are we gonna do? No, like the Chinese are like, what is it gonna look like in 500 years? And we're gonna build towards that, right? So it's like, I don't think they would want to risk what's happening in America right now over an egoic thing.
Hmm.
Like country before person is their belief system. And it's like, why would you let the
Like if
country
you look at
fall?
it, yeah. Like
You know?
overall, if you look at it, I think someone was saying that it's like the amount of people that they brought out of poverty, right?
Oh, really?
And yeah, in general, yeah, of course. Like how well their cities are, like how everything has been growing for them, right? You've
Yeah.
taken a lot of people out of poverty in that scenario. Is it the
Yeah.
same in America?
Ooh, good argument.
Right.
That's going to be a clip right here. Because that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Ooh, yeah. Because you have to think of it relatively. Like there were like billions of people in China like living in poverty and you built so quickly, so fast. Like like where I live right now is like like we have this one building and we checked out the condo price is like $1 million for like a one bedroom. We're like,
Hmm.
what? Who's buying this, bro? And it's like you see Ferraris and um, like all these crazy cars coming in this one building, and they're all Chinese, bro. And they're like custom made cars. Like, how'd you get all that money?
Hmm.
But it's like, yeah, because they're like through trade, and like how, like you just said, it's like how many people do they bring out of poverty?
Yeah.
And then reflexively, like in contrast to that, it's like you look at America and like so many people are broke and upset.
Hmm.
They have no future. You know what I mean? So I agree with you there. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like, bro, I'm so happy we partnered with China. Like, I think it's really good. Like,
Yeah, it's quite interesting to know that it's been like 15 years or something since we even last talked to them in this
I
way.
know, dude, that's crazy.
Well,
We had a
that's how
strong
much.
partnership. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we had a. That's how much we relied on America. And now that
Yeah.
America is turning their backs on us, we have to look somewhere else. Like, what?
True. You know, when I did that um, exchange program in uh, it's called Global Edge, and I worked in like Hong Kong.
Hmm.
We went to the Chamber of Commerce because we were like business students, and like we were talking to them, and I didn't know that like we had such a strong partnership with like they weren't China at the time. It was like Hong Kong and China are totally different, but like but now Hong Kong is a part of China. Like they took them back, but Hong Kong was supplying Toronto and Canada in general with like a lot of tech, like the subway system, like the one giant car that we have. They had that the whole time in Hong Kong back in 2011,
Yeah.
but then they bought that system and then they implemented it here
Hmm.
because of that partnership. So like what other freaking partnerships
Yeah.
were you gonna have, bro?
Yeah. There was something that I think a report was on CBC about, because especially with this EV thing, where we could, um, like use those batteries to build, like if it could happen, a Canadian-owned EV car.
Ooh, that's cool. That's cool.
Right.
That could be cool. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. What? Okay, that's cool. What like akin to that, like in terms of like bringing tech over, like you see those videos of like China and you're just like, bro, they're in the future. Like, what if we scale up so quickly that like Canada starts looking like it's in the future too?
Hmm.
Like, you have the partnership and like they're like, how'd you guys do that? Like, oh, we'll send our engineers over and they'll build it for you. I'm
Yeah.
like, cool.
Right. There's good ways to, again, it's like this is including within the poverty thing. It's like they got fast trains. Like,
Yeah.
where's, like, we're starting to build something now. Well, I don't know how early, we're still very earlier in the stages, but we're getting a fast train hopefully soon. And
Mm.
like, what's changed inside of America? They haven't even gotten any fast trains or anything. None of those things have happened
Yeah.
to help their people.
You know,
Right.
it's funny. It's like people will tell you, um, like I've seen all these like people talk about it. They're like, oh, everyone's so amazed by China, but you're just impressed by an LCD screen. And it's like, yeah, but it's a cool LCD screen, bro, though. Like, you know what I mean? It's
No,
like
you
that's
just
like saying,
like, there's so many videos go watch. Like, there's a YouTube guy that I watch. He's traveling around China, just showing you like
oh,
how
cool.
things are. Like, what is
Yeah, you gotta
the
show me that after
cheapest?
this.
Yeah, I'll show you that. There's what the cheapest fare, what it looks like, and if I go a business class, what it looks like,
Yeah.
an
Well, I mean,
experience.
technically their money goes further. So like our money goes further.
No, no, our money
Because
must
like
go further, but I understand that, but like they also have a billion people, so they do things cheaper,
true, true. Fair point, fair point.
right?
But if you look at like I see what you mean though, because
But
like if you
in
look at
general,
first
though, in
class,
general, just like how people can travel,
yeah.
get to places or whatever, right? These are the things that are, if people are happy, that's what people want, right?
Yeah, 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 totally, totally, totally. And like, if you look at first class here and you look at first class there, it's like starkly different, bro.
Hmm.
Like, our first class looks like their economy class. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like, in terms of like quality, yeah, or aesthetics, because like technically, because everyone's like, oh, China's so cheap, and it's like maybe, like I don't know, like what because you're talking about regulations. So before, because I was like, oh, why don't we just implement that stuff here? And you're like, oh, I think the thing that slows it down is like regulation. You were saying.
Yeah,
And like that's the difference between China and Canada, because if China says build it, they will build it,
yeah,
But
yeah,
like Canada's like, well, you need to make sure it's safe. And like, what is the blah, blah, blah. And so I think that that is a great middle ground. It's like, yeah, we're going to take their tech, but we're going to make sure that it's like up to our code,
yeah.
So it's like, I think Canada's gonna be so sick, bro. I think, although again, so like the only thing facing us now, I think we're about to enter into the cyberpunk future. I think 2027 is, I think 2026 you're going to see America crumble. 2027 and beyond, it's like, bro, we're speeding now at like towards cyberpunkness. And one thing that came up this morning, there's only two things on the table that I'm like, this could derail us. Okay. Talking about being blindsided. So like aliens become a thing. So like the Saturday article in Britain was like, the global economy should prepare for like an alien invasion type of thing. And it's like, it's kind of fear mongering, but like we should figure out how this is going to play into our economic systems because you're going to find out about like reverse engineered tech and like the fact that we're not alone in the universe. Like, are people going to go crazy? Stuff like that. So there's that aspect. And then the growing gap between the rich and the poor, like the middle class squeeze.
Hmm.
Carney technically did say he's like, our main focus is making life affordable for Canadians again.
Hmm.
So like at least that problem is being solved. But like given those two blindsiding things, which is like aliens and like the ruined economy, it's not ruined, but it's like the growing divide. Like, do you think those are going to play like two huge impacts? Like, are you going to see a huge divide between rich and poor in Canada? And do you think our economy is going to, our global economy is going to collapse because of aliens? Two questions. I'm curious. What do you think?
No.
No to both?
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's take them one by one. So, like, the divide between rich and poor, you don't think that that's going to continue?
No, no, I don't think it's gonna be like as drastic as like America or something like that.
No, 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 no. I agree. I agree. Um, for sure. No, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like Brazil. But what I'm fearing is that people won't have enough to retire. So you're going to see like a bottleneck where a lot of people are going to keep working even though they're retired, and then there's going to be less jobs for the new generation. The unemployment's pretty high right now, so it's like I don't know what you're going to do about that unless you get like
Well, the unemployment could be high
manufacturing. I don't
is
know.
high for different reasons until that's the economy thing as we try to transfer ourselves towards other partnerships, right? Because everything was
Okay,
dealing
okay.
with America, so we're dealing with that situation currently.
Okay. But what about like raising cost of rising cost of living in homes? So like you have a salary or like the minimum wage worker we talked about earlier in the podcast. They if they we all want a home and a freaking child, right? Not we all, but like that's like the
Sure.
dream, right? So if you're middle class, you get a home and a child, you're done. You can't escape that. You're gonna be trapped within the cycle unless you get more money.
Hmm.
So like you do need a certain level of monetary stability to comfortably have a house and a child. Or else you're gonna be struggling and then that kid's gonna be struggling and then you're like intergenerationally going to be in poverty,
Yeah.
you know? Unless you like roll the dice and you're like, that kid's gonna become a millionaire. But
Hmm.
like good
Hmm.
luck, because like the apple doesn't usually fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like yeah, so like that being said, it's like that feels like a problem to me. I don't think it's going to be solved unless you like, because I asked you, like, do you think that's going to be a hindrance? And you're like, no. And I'm like,
I think these things will be or going towards solving it. Yeah. Because if people can't
will
buy
we?
homes, then it's not really working out
No,
for
no, no.
anybody, right?
No, but they just uh, made a partnership with China. So no visas. So what if a bunch of Chinese people start buying homes here? Which is the case. They bought and they just rented out.
I don't
Actually, I know somebody who did that. Like
know. Was
even
it
my aunt
visa
did
free
that.
for them to come in or for us to go
I have
in?
no idea. It doesn't matter. Like as partnerships grow, it's going to become easier and easier to move between the two.
Hmm.
Like that's the point of a partnership, right? So like even the way things are, like a lot of people own things here and they just rent them out. Like yeah, I know somebody who like owned a home. They're back in the Philippines and like now they're just renting out that home.
Hmm.
They're not selling that home. So it's like, okay, that person can never buy that home, whoever rented from them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that that's just going to continue to happen. I really do think we're going to see a big divide between rich and poor.
Mhm.
And it's based off of your decisions. Like you got yourself in the situation. I like to go back to the whole like agency and ownership thing. Like you're here because you got yourself here, bro. Nobody told you you had to buy that thing. Nobody told you had to like pop out like 7 kids. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
that was your choice, and your choice led you down this path.
Mhm.
Well, like, what do you think? Like, like you agree, or you still think I'm wrong? Like
In
it's
what
gonna be
sense
solved.
do I think that there's gonna be more people renting?
Yeah. Like there's no, not just renting, but it's like there's gonna be a huge divide between rich and poor.
I don't know. Right now, they're even having a hard time renting places. Like the prices are
Um,
dropping for rent in Toronto.
okay, that's great. That's great. But like you can't outpace. Okay. Let's say I spend $200 on groceries. Me and Tara, two people. Now you have to add more people onto that. That 200 becomes like 250, 400, but
Yeah,
your
yeah.
salary hasn't increased. So, see what I mean? Like, even if rent drops a little bit, it's going to be replaced by groceries. So one bill is replaced by another bill.
Well, if you're adding another
Or-
person, sure. Yeah.
That's what I mean. And I think that people are not in a position to, they're like they're living beyond their means.
Mm.
I think a lot of people are living beyond their means, and that creates the divide between rich and poor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because the longer you live beyond your means, the
Oh, I don't
wider
disagree
the
with that
gap
part.
gets.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, I used it as like kids and like salary or like minimum wage job, like as an example. But like the principle here is living beyond your means.
Mhm.
So like I think a lot of people are just living beyond their means. Do you agree or you disagree?
No, I think it may be true. Yeah, possible.
Okay. So if you continuously live beyond your means, how are you going to build yourself out of this hole? The gap's just going to keep getting wider.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, with that.
Right. Right. And if you're, so that's my question goes back to is like, is that going to be solved? Like the Canadian government isn't going to be like,
Well,
here's an extra
yeah, I
billion
don't think that the
dollars
I don't think that the government can solve
living beyond your
your
means.
yeah if that's what
That's
people are
my
doing.
point. That's my point. That's exactly my point. Keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, they bought a flat screen, so we need a flat screen. Oh, they bought um like this car, so I gotta buy that car. You know what I mean? Like you're living beyond your means because of like poor decision making,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
or poor planning, you
Yeah.
know. Well, it's both planning and decision making. So okay, going back to it, that's one thing that I'm really afraid of, that you're gonna see a huge gap between rich and poor in the future. It's not gonna be a huge like they're not gonna be on the street. Like it's not gonna be like America, bro. Like it's not gonna be crazy, but I'm just gonna say like it's gonna be evident.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will be like, oh, why do you live like that? It's like, oh, I made bad decisions. You know what I mean? So there's that. And the other thing's aliens. And how do you think the world is going to accept, like, let's say all the alien people are correct and in 2027 they reveal themselves, or like in 2026 like they reveal themselves, like they're welcome, you're a part of this galactic federation.
Yeah.
Like is that going to break society, do you think?
No, it's more trade partners to look at.
True, that's true. Actually, they could be like, hey, we have this.
Yeah.
Or like what about 0 point energy? It's like that could break the system as well. If they're like, actually, we don't need fossil fuels. Oh, speaking of 0 point energy, cold fusion that you said,
Yeah.
he showed me the video of like China being very close to cracking cold fusion.
Yeah. So yeah, sure.
So that is 0 point energy, but not conspiratorial. Like cold fusion, if you can crack that,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
infinite
yeah.
energy for life, right?
Yeah.
So like that's why again why I think that Canada partnering with China is genius. Because if China cracks cold fusion, which it sounds like they're very close to, then we get preferred partner status. So they're going to charge us money. Obviously, they're going to charge the world money for using the cold fusion device. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
not every country is going to have their own cold fusion, right? Like that video you showed me about the M5 chip, and like only one company builds those chips,
Yeah.
right? And we all pay that company money to build us the chips. So like, we're all going to pay China for their free energy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But because Canada's partners with China, you're going to have cold fusion preferred status, so we're going to pay less, right? Okay, so do you think that will break the only thing about aliens that I think are gonna could break it is just like free energy.
Hmm.
But like technically cold fusion is also going to like break the economic system, or it's just going to make like China the superpower. You know what I'm saying? Because like we're all going to need China at that point. So like, do you think that's a detriment to the future as well, or no?
No, because they're like it's not just the U.S. is working towards it. There's also one, which is a coalition of all the nations in Europe working on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's a reason they're working on it, right?
Okay, okay. So okay, so you think that I agree with you. If aliens reveal themselves, that's just more trading partners. Like
Yeah.
it's dumb. Like, what are we gonna fight them, bro? Like, obviously they have better tech than us.
Hmm.
You know, if they were gonna take us over, they would have done it already. So, like, no, I disagree that they're gonna try and like rule us. That's fear mongering to like make people crazy. Or, um, but the free energy thing, like, yeah, I think you might be right. Because
Like,
if they are doing it with cold fusion,
yeah, we're already working on these things, right? We're trying to solve that. We want that. So it's not like a way to. It's going to
break the
disrupt fossil
economy,
fuel world, but it's not going to break the economy.
it will by default make China or whoever figures that out
Yeah,
the de facto superpower because we're all gonna have to buy from you. Not really. I mean, like
I don't think it's necessarily
we
bias.
won't
It's
use.
more
Yeah,
like how to do the technology, because it's not just them that. It's more about like till we figure out how they did it too, right? We probably have to buy it till we figure out how to do it, same way they did.
true.
Yeah,
Okay, so like maybe in the future.
but I don't think
Oh, okay.
it's. I
I
don't.
see what
I
you're
really
saying. I
don't.
see what you're saying.
Like I don't know if it's gonna be like a transition that we have to buy right away.
Yeah, 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 yeah. True, true.
Also,
It'll be like one of the options. It's like,
yeah,
okay, you can pay for gas, coal, or cold fusion. Or
yeah,
yeah, like wind, solar, cold fusion.
yeah. There's gonna be it'll be a variety of things, but yeah, it's 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 just going from different energy source to another energy source. Like we did it with coal. Coal was really bad. Like we don't
Right,
have
right,
coal
right, right.
plants as much anymore.
Right, right, right. You're right, you're right. So it'll just be a new world. Do you think that
A cleaner world.
cleaner world, yeah. I don't think that we're going to see or there's one other thing that people have been talking about, like the quick polar shift, and like people are like building for like 7 minutes, the poles are gonna shift, and then up is gonna be down, down's gonna be up. There's gonna be like crazy, like raging fires and stuff. Like that feels like more fear mongering to me,
I
bro.
think so.
If that does
Yeah.
happen, like come on. Come on. Like how many more we lived through Y2K. I think millennials are totally over this,
Yeah.
but
This all
bro, what happened to
this.
Y2K, bro? What happened to 2012? The Mayan calendar, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're waiting. We've been waiting, bro.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then now the new thing is like aliens, right? So like, okay, do you think that because it's pretty evident that there was a civilization that came before us, but they got wiped out. Like if you look at the pyramids, do you think that we risk being wiped out as well?
From an asteroid. Sure.
Anything, anything,
Yeah. Anything's possible.
anything is possible.
I feel like more
Anything is
likely with an
possible.
asteroid. So we should be focusing on also trying to figure out a way to detect asteroids,
Okay.
which I do think that they are
Okay.
doing.
I feel like if the UFO technology is real, which it's pretty evident it is, you've broken some sort of like physics, like the tic tac and stuff, right? I don't think asteroids are things you would worry about. Because one thing that Avi Loeb was saying is like um, the speed with which the like so Avi Loeb's like, oh, this 3i Atlas isn't a comet because it's a spaceship, right? And then all the UFO people were like, who were making fun of him, were like, why are you in a slow ship? Like you've seen the Tic Tac, bro. It moves way faster. Like, why would they be riding a combustion ship?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I think if we're able to see things at that speed, there's something protecting us. Like, I, I don't think, I think we're the aliens, bro. Like, my gut is really telling me that something happened on Mars. Like, because it seems like there might have been life on Mars. We seeded this planet, and
I don't
the
think you can say might. I think there was life on Mars.
oh yeah, there was the touche, touche. You're right. They did find that out. All right, there was life on Mars, but I think that those Martians left that planet maybe because of war, and then they came here and they're hiding out on like bases, and we are their offspring. We are their like not offspring, but like we are like somehow connected to them because we're
Hmm.
so different from other species on this earth. And maybe we're like a genetic manipulation of like monkeys, who knows, right? But I think that their technology is what we're seeing, like some of it, like we've reverse engineered crafts, but I think like the bases that we're seeing that they allegedly say are underwater, and then like tic tacs are coming out of the water through those bases, etc. Like I think they're protecting Earth from like major cataclysms. Like it seems like they've been stopping nuclear bombs because of like nuclear bomb testing. Like there's a video of like a nuke coming and like a bunch of UFOs zapping it, and then it went offline. There's like literal footage of this, right? And I think that coupled with like protecting us against asteroids, like I don't see ourselves being blown up or destroyed.
Mm.
And I know that sounds crazy, but like what I'm really trying to say is like, will we be here in like 5,000, 10,000 years? And I think so. We won't be around like you and I, but
Yeah.
like I think this thing continues. Like I only see up from here.
Hmm.
Yeah. You agree?
I'm not sure.
Really? You think that there's something that could stop our progress?
Yeah, it's possible.
It is like everything's possible, right? But I'm saying my intuition, right? Yeah. It is possible I could have a dentist. I could have a cavity. It is possible I blah blah blah, blah, right? And oh, you know what's crazy about that? So like so they asked the dentist to come in, and they're like, "Oh, can you check out these X-rays?" And then they're like, "Can you pull up X-ray 2 and 3?" And I went, "Uh-oh," but my adrenaline didn't spike. Like I didn't get scared. I was like, "Okay, we know what to do." Blah blah blah, right? And then he's like, "Oh, I was wrong. Never mind." He checked it, and he's like, "Oh, I was wrong. It's
Mm.
nothing." So like I had a moment of like that fear. Like I got
The
to test my
test. Yeah.
capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it was that's what ChatGPT said too. He's like, "Oh, that is an example of life being in on the joke." Like it
Mm.
knew that it needed to test you in this way, you
Right.
know? Um, but like, okay, so yeah, I could go to the dentist and they're like, you have a cavity. But what I'm saying is like my intuition's telling me that I don't think that we are headed towards a disaster. Do you feel like we're headed towards disaster? Is that like why you said
Oh
like,
no, no, no. I don't say like that. No.
oh, you're just saying logically there is
Yeah.
okay, I agree. Yeah, obviously anything could happen. But what I'm saying is like intuitively, I don't think the world's headed towards negativity.
Hmm.
Maybe if like
Yeah.
ICE would took over America, if like America was like, you're right, we should be like this, and then like because I said like 2026, the battle between good and evil, and like you're seeing it in America, so it's like maybe if that did happen, but like
Hmm.
I don't think so.
No. No.
Like I think good always wins over evil.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
And that's how we'll end it right there. Good always wins over evil.
Yeah. It does.
I think so. Like, how else would we get here?
Exactly.
Because we would have been wiped out, bro. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that we made it this far is like, yeah, good kept winning,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everything's just getting better. Like, come on, bro. Like, numbing cream, chat GPT, bro. Come on. Like,
Yeah. I
just
mean,
quit trying to
just
freak me out.
yeah. Just think about how people used to live 100 years ago. So
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. If I had that cavity, they would have just like pulled my tooth out. Like, you're fine. Oh my God.
yeah, it was a weird world back then.
Yeah, it was, bro. Well, and I think that we are shedding off or like we're shaking off that old programming. Like Trump is like old programming, bro. Like we just need to wait for those people to die and like goodbye. That was a time.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, final thing. Trump's so old that he saw slavery, right? Not slavery, the uh segregation.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so there you go. Old programming. Yeah, that's all
He's
it
like
is.
80 years old. So
Yeah, but I don't know how long ago segregation was. Like the whole like
No, I think it was still happening in even
Remember the
in
NASA video you showed me? Like how they had to like pee in like a
yeah,
different
which
bathroom.
was in the 60s. So
The 60s,
I think it was
bro. That's
60s, right?
crazy.
Isn't that when they went to the moon? Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. My dad was alive during that time. He was like 5 or something. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Old programming. Old programming. That's all it is. And the future is gonna be sick.
There's a space
Yeah.
race going on now too. Again,
Like with who?
well, America and China.
Oh, okay. Well, we're on the winning team, so it's all good.
We're going to
Can't,
the
can't.
well, they're going to the moon on in February.
No. Wait,
Around
tell
the
me
moon.
more.
Around the moon. They're going to see the backside of the moon and come back.
No.
February.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
When?
I don't know the date
When
yet.
in February?
I have to look at the date, but it's in February.
Okay, because
Next month.
a lot of people in the UFO community are like there are bases on the backside of the moon. So this could debunk it.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like there are bases on the backside of the moon. Bro, we looked at the backside of the moon. There's nothing there. Or we're like, oh my God, there's bases on
They're
the
not going to
backside of the
believe
moon.
they're not going to believe whatever NASA says. So
Yeah, but that's why China, right? So like, I'm cool with that.
the
Right,
plan
because
is, I
China's looking.
believe, yeah, backside of the moon and back in February, probably next 2 years, landing on the moon again, and then setting up bases on the
Base,
moon. 2 years after
brother,
that, maybe. Yeah.
brother. That is sick. That is like Ad Astra, the movie.
hmm
Remember, like, dude, we
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah,
in the future. We are in the future.
yeah.
Like, people are like, oh yeah, the Jetsons. And my hygienist was talking about the Jetsons, and I almost started talking about aliens, but I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. And she's like, who? Because I was like talking about self-driving cars, and she's like, yeah, maybe one day we'll teleport. And I was like, the technology of blah blah. And I was like, don't say it. Don't say it. But like, like thinking about the Jetsons is like, yeah, we don't have flying cars, but we're in the future, bro. Like, look at these smartwatches, bro. Like, come on. Like, I can talk to my phone. What are you saying?
hmm
Like, I can be at the grocery store and FaceTime Tara and be like, is this the right one or not?
Yeah,
And like, dude, what?
yeah,
And then we're gonna build base on the moon? Like, come on. This is sick. The future's sick.
yeah.
And I'm excited.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, cool. All right, till next week. Yeah, take it easy, fish. Future's gnarly. Let's go.
Peace.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, fish.
Peace.